Hello everyone, Vampire Ian here. Still sick, still hard to talk, but Konami has given me yet more things to talk about, and so I will. We've got new cards from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animation Chronicle original artwork collection. Ugh. Let's just start this over. Hello everyone, Vampire Ian here with more new cards. Still sick, still struggling to get my voice out, but because there's new cards, I will get it out indeed. We've got new manga-themed cards from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Original Artwork Collection, a set themed after the original manga. Really interesting to see. I'm excited about this. These are really cool because what they are a bunch of, they're not an archetype, they're a bunch of one-off cards, good stuff, you know, free agents that are themed off of the original manga. And they're all these beautiful full arts as well. Well, not all of them, but like a lot of them are these beautiful full arts. So I'm excited to see what they're doing with these. I got to see a quick little look at some of them there, but let's take a look. First up, we have Barrel Dragon, the Machine Dragon. This is Barrel Dragon coming out of the Time Machine, fully restored after being destroyed by Joey. Level 7 Dark Machine Monster, 2600, 2200. Now, there's a decent amount of Dark Machine Monster stuff already. Some of it themed around Barrel Dragon itself. Desperado Dragon, for instance, a crazy one. Let's see what this one does. You can only use this card's second and third effects once per turn each. If you control no monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Cool. Makes it easy to get on the field. During main phase, you could add a Dark Machine Monster from your deck to your hand, except for Barrel Dragon the Machine Dragon. That's cool. That can add a bunch of stuff. Orchists, for instance, but I think more so than Orchists, they're wanting you to do, like, grab Desperado Dragon. Desperado Barrel Dragon. Desperado. Alright, face of Dark Machine Monster, you could destroy that little card effect, as in, like, that card, if they out your card, right? Special summon this card for your hand, and then it has, toss a coin 3 times, destroy face of monster in the field up to the number of heads. The result was 3 heads, draw a card. It's a cool card! It's, like, actually not bad. It can't attack the turn it was activated, though. But when it goes to the graveyard, from anywhere, you can send a level 7 or lower monster as a coin tossing effect for your deck to your hand, which is pretty cool. So it's got a lot of stuff going on there. Does this also have a coin toss effect? It does. During the battle phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there from the field this turn, great effect. Special summon it, and if you do toss a coin 3 times, you can destroy the monsters on the field up to the number of heads. So this is a cool little card that is creating sort of an engine a little bit with Desperado Dragon. It could also do other stuff, of course. It could do Orcus stuff. Well, I think Orcus already have cards that can do this job, but it wouldn't hurt to have more necessarily, I suppose. But a cool card. I like this one. I can't wait to see how it's censored over here, because there ain't no way. Ain't no way. But it's also, the problem is that these are based off of art from the original manga. It was called the original artwork collection, right? So can they change Kazuki Takahashi inspired art that much? I don't know. We'll see. We had a new Relinquished, the Wicked Eye of Illusion. Relinquished is also an archetype that's like barely an archetype because it has like a couple of cards. It's more of an archetype than Barrel Dragon, I would say, but there's just not a lot of cards that actually do anything in that archetype. Let's see what this one does. Relinquish the Wicked Eye of Illusion, a level 1 Dark Illusion. Okay, this is the card that turns Relinquished into the illusion it was always meant to be. Alright, 0/0. You can original summon this card with Relinquish the Wicked Eye of Illusion. Go use this card's names first and third effects once per turn each. Relinquish the Wicked Eye of Illusion. That's got to be a new card, because that's... Wait, that's itself. Wait, that's itself. What? What? Sorry, Sans came in here. You can tribute 2 monsters, special in this card from your hand. It is treated as a ritual summon. What? Tribute 2 monsters. Why 2? It's a level 1. It should just be 1. It should just be 1. Your opponent takes any damage you would have taken from battles involving this card instead. Sure. During the main phase, quick effect, you target an effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects. If you do equip it to this card as an equip spell, that gives it 2000 attack. This is not a bad card, though. Like, even, well, if it's a Tribute 2 monsters, that's a little rough. Tribute 2 monsters is like the fucking Blue Eyes Toon Dragon summon condition. That part's pretty rough, but it is a special summon at least, like Toon Dragon. It can be destroyed, but it doesn't take battle damage. And then it can quick effect negate. I don't know. It also is a ritual monster, which means you can add it off of, you can like get it, it's pretty searchable because it's a ritual monster. It does not mention, okay, so this is a weird one. It mentions a card, but it does not mention a ritual spell, right? Preparation. So pre-prep adds a ritual spell from deck to hand and adds a ritual monster to the name listed on that. And then this one adds a level 7 or lower ritual from deck to hand, add a ritual spell from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so doesn't matter because this one adds, I always forget which one, like which part pre-prep does. So it adds a ritual spell and adds a ritual monster listed on the ritual spell. So it doesn't matter for pre-prep, doesn't matter for prep. I swear there's some other, what was that other new ritual? There was like a fairly recent ritual card. I mean, there's that new Skull Servant. What is that? That's like Archfiend of Chaos from the Rolad. Skull Archfiend of Chaos. What does it do? It sends a ritual spell, adds a ritual monster named on it. Okay, not relevant. I didn't think it was. Just wanted to make sure. And what was that new? That new spell card that does ritual stuff. That's the one I really am like thinking. What does that one do again? I'm not gonna be able to find it though, because it's just a generic card. It was like what is there's also that Ritual Raven, but it's not Ritual Raven. It's the other one. The one that's a Ritual Pendulum. I bet you could find... Okay, so that one actually is probably pretty easy to find, because you could just go Ritual Pendulum. Pendulum effect Ritual Monster, and it'll be one of 10. No results found. Pendulum effect Ritual Monster. What are you talking about? No fucking things found. Okay. Try Riff Raven. Okay. I love that you can't use your arrow keys there. Miracle Raven. There we go. If you ritual summon one ritual monster with the card effect that requires use of monsters, this can be the entire tribute. Ooh, does Miracle Raven count for the 2 tributes? It doesn't... Okay. This is treated as a ritual summon, and it says tribute 2 monsters. Oops. So, if you ritual summon exactly 1 ritual monster with a card effect, not spell card, that requires the use of monsters, this card you control could be the whole tribute. And if it's tribute for ritual summon, you can add a ritual monster for your deck to your hand, so you can get another one. Miracle Raven actually goes pretty well with the new Relinquished card. I thought there was something that would be useful here. Well, what is that? I just can't place that that most recent. I think it did have ritual in its name. So if I just go sort newest. Yeah, we get past all this crap. Ragged Record of Rites. There we go. Reveal a ritual spell. Okay, it reveals a ritual spell. Never mind. Okay, good. Okay, so it's not. So it still has. You could get it with preparation of rites, and you can use the Miracle Raven to get it out on the field a little easier. And it's not a bad card. It's not great. I don't know what deck would actually want to play this card, right? That's the problem I'm seeing here, is I don't know what card deck would actually want to use this, but it's a cool free agent nonetheless. All right, Gilford the Lightning, the Warrior Thunderbolt. It's about time we had a retrain of Gilford. It feels like he should have had one of him for like a while now, right? Level 8 light warrior effect monster 2800 1400. You'll use this card's third name effect once per turn. You can special summon this card from your hand by attributing 3 monsters. Your opponent can activate cards or effects when summoning summon this way by attributing a monster they own. Oh, 3 monsters from anywhere. Oh, okay. It's Ball, but better, because it summons to your side of the field, and it special summons. It doesn't take your normal summon. And your opponent can activate cards or effects when summoned this way, by attributing a monster they own. Wow. What the fuck? Whoa. If this card is summoned by its own effect, your opponent sends all monsters they control to the graveyard. Huh? What? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate this effect. During the end phase of this turn, add a warrior monster from your deck to your hand. What the fuck is this card? Wait, am I misunderstanding this card? I must be. Special summon this card by attributing 3 monsters. It doesn't say where they come from. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when summoned this way by attributing a monsters they own. So it can tribute one of your monsters and 3, like, so you can normal summon a monster and then tribute 2 of their monsters if they don't, like, that's like the problem with Ball is like if they don't have 3 monsters, you can't use Sphere Mode to wipe their board. This card, if you just have a normal summon or a special summon, just a random special summon. What the fuck is this card? Okay, they're trying to make going second way better. This card is the most insane kaiju ever printed. They fucking hate Lunalight, apparently. They said, fuck you, Lunalight. Don't make a 3rd Liger Dancer on me ever again. Don't make a 2nd one, even. I'll just normal summon a monster and tribute over it. Whoa. What the fuck? What the fuck is this card? It tributes 3 of your opponent's monsters. Summons to your side of the field, sends all other monsters the opponent controls to the graveyard, sends, not destroys, or and then when it's sent to the graveyard, by anything, like linking it off or something, you can add a warrior from deck to hand. During the end phase, though. But, like, you could get another one of these guys to tribute your opponent's whole board again. What the fuck is this card? You can't print this. You can't print this. What are we doing here? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Next up. This is an interesting one, because this one, Penalty Game Greed, the Illusion of Avarice, is a card from the first arc of the manga before Duel Monsters was actually invented. So this is a really cool thing I don't think they've ever done before. Creating a card that references a moment of the manga before the card game. Really cool. I like this a lot. I hope they do this more because I love the first arc probably more than anything else in Yu-Gi-Oh! The first arc of the manga is, if you haven't read it, it's, I don't want to like oversell it, but man, it is really peak Yu-Gi-Oh! It is just the best it ever was. God, I love it. The vibes there were immaculate, and they never returned. But you know, the rest of it's good. It's just like, man, the first shit, incredible. So here's our reference card for that. Penalty Game Greed, the Illusion Avarice. This is when Yugi beats the bully who would eventually become Officer Trudge. He was like shaking down people for protection. He beats him in a game of stacking money on your hand and stabbing down to see how many bills you can stab on the knife without stabbing your hand. That's what all the bills here are. It's this is the penalty game, the shadow game, Yamino game that Trudge receives, where he's just like drowning in money or something like that. All right. It's an illusion, though. Don't worry. The shadow games are illusions that destroy your mind, not your body. Normal trap card. You can activate one card with this card's name per turn. If your opponent added a card from their deck to the hand this turn, except during the draw phase. Except during the draw phase. Why? Why would they make it? Why would they make it like a droll-like thing where it's not during the draw phase? Inflict. I guess so. It's not. It doesn't count the first turn draw, right? That's what it is. Like you don't. The idea is that like you're not greedy if you're only doing the first turn draw. But you know, okay. Inflict 400 damage. At least it does. At least it allows the standby phase, right? Inflict 400 damage to them for each card in their hand. If the total number of cards in their hand, field, or graveyard is 20 or more, you can banish their entire hand. Okay, so if you're activating this on like, you know, on their turn 2, it's like, what is that? So they'll have 6 cards in hand, 6 times 400. That would be 2,400. Not an insignificant amount of burn. But if they've been playing a little bit and they have cards on hand, field, or graveyard, so like it was turn 3, and they've got 20 or more cards out of their deck, essentially, banish their entire hand. Very funny. Not a good card, but very funny. If they max C you, though, you can really fuck them up. All right, next up, Zombira. So Zombira is actually, it's an old school Yu-Gi-Oh card, but also a card from the manga. This is the manga like version of that superhero. I imagine it's also referenced. Yeah, it's already got the stats, the 2100, 500 defense. So it's also referencing the card, which was already referencing the manga. This is like a shonen hero, kind of Spawn-esque. Obviously, you can tell by the cape there. That was a popular manga character in the Season 0 era of the manga, the first arc of the manga. So Zombira, level 4 Dark Warrior, 2100 to 500. When this card declares an attack, you lose 500. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack. Huh. You lose 500 life points, and the card gains 500 instead of... So this actually reflects what was going on in that arc of the manga, because, like, the kid who was, like, super into Zombira was, like, becoming Zombira, and it was, like, killing him as he got stronger, or something like that. I'm like half remembering it at this point, but yeah, that's an interesting way to reflect that instead of like the losing 500 attack points every time it attacks. Cool. When a monster is destroyed by battle, you can equip this card for your graveyard to the monster that destroyed that monster, and if, then you can destroy the monster your opponent controls with the highest attack. Destroy the one monster your opponent controls with the highest attack. Your choice of tide. Interesting. So it's also got like a graveyard effect that helps you get rid of stuff. The equipped monster name becomes Zombira and its effects are negated. Cool. Awesome. When the equipped monster declares an attack, it loses 500 and it literally turns... Guess what the Zombira thing does? It like it turns people into it. Fuck, that's really cool. This is such a more flavorful version of the Zombira card than the original. This card's useless for competitive play, but really cool for cube and sealed play. I love this card. This card is so awesome. And then we have the evil dragons. Looks like we only have 2 of the evil dragons right now. Maybe there'll be more later, either in another pack or more in this pack. We just haven't been revealed yet, because there's 4 evil dragons. These are... So if you know the card Zhizhenghu, I think that's what it's called. Fuck. This is going to be hard to find. Zhen who? No. I'm going to have to do it like this. Zhen who? Yugioh. Jing Zhenhu. Okay, Jing Zhenhu. So Zhizhenghu is actually part... So there are a couple of... I forgot that there are actually a couple like Zombira and Zhizhenghu that are references to Season 0 or the first arc of the manga. Zhizhenghu is a... Oh, fuck. This is the... that's the wiki. I need the Wikipedia. Thank you. Is a mystical ancient Chinese game that involves 4 different types of dragons: earth, metal, tree, and fire, or something like that. Or maybe it was 5, like water and fire as well. I think that's what it was. And this one kid who's like a real loner comes into possession of it, and he starts like trapping his bully's souls in it. It's like an evil game that shouldn't be released, but he's using it to trap his bully's souls. But he befriends Yugi, but like he can't stop sacrificing people's souls to it. And like Yugi, like eventually comes to a head, right? With Yugi, between him and Yugi, and they have to fight it out. And they actually play the game, and now we have the dragons themselves. So evil dragon cards, Earth Dragon, level 4 Earth Dragon, special summon effect monster, 122,000. Cannot be normal summon or set, must first be special summon from your hand by revealing 3 Earth monsters in your hand, including this card. 3 more Earth monsters in your hand, including this card, of course, but that's still like 2 other cards that have to be Earth as well. I mean, this does relate to the actual way you play the evil dragon game, so it makes sense. But it's bad for Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It's one of those it seems to be one of those decks that wants you to play a different game other than Yu-Gi-Oh, and that tends to be bad, right? You'll use the first and second extra card once per turn. You can reveal this card in your hand, add a dragon card from your card from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. So this lets you accumulate the other dragons. If your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, quick effect, you can negate that effect, and if a water monster is on the field, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. So that references the ways that the various combinations of the dragon cards allow like for different combinations of effects. There was an episode of season 0 about this. I reacted to it. You can go watch it on the VOD channel, the Tomb of the Empyrean. So if you want more information on that, you could just find it there. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And then we have the Metal Dragon. It's a light. That makes sense. It's like the best way to represent a metal card, I think. Evil Dragon cards, Metal Dragon, level 5, Light Dragon, special summon, 2115. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be first be summoned, special summon from your hand by revealing 3 light monsters in your hand, including this card. You can only see first and second extra card once per turn. You reveal this card in your hand, add a dragon card from your deck to your hand, and discard 1 card. During the main phase, quick effect, you could destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and if you do, send this card to the graveyard. Then if an Earth monster is on the field, you could draw 1 card. Again, this is reflecting all the different combos you can do. The first effect is, of course, once per turn, but each dragon card can theoretically add more dragon cards. If you add enough of one type of dragon card, you can then special summon them. That's the idea behind the effect. So you add 3 of the Earth Dragon, you could summon an Earth Dragon. It's a cool way to represent the card effects. It's obviously not going to be great, but it is really cool way to reference that that game. All right, and now we have here a dungeon adventure. What the fuck was that called? Dungeon World or something like that. The Bakura's RPG game. Super critical here. Super critical. A continuous spell card. You can only have to one cover this card's name per turn. When this card resolves, you can add a card with an effect that requires a die roll from your deck to your hand. Okay, all right. I wonder if they'll create the Monster World. Was it called Monster World? The Monster World Zork that has like a die roll instead of a fucking, like that new Zork that they made does not, right? Oh wait, no, they are dice. Sorry, they are dice. It's just they're not the kind of I forgot that they're six-sided dice. I just like don't think of the same way as I do other dice. I'm sorry. I've completely blanked on that. I thought they were doing coins for some reason. But also like 6-sided dice and coins kind of are put together in my mind as like things you use to randomize stupid things rather than stuff you use in tabletop. I like percentile dice. This is a percentile dice game, right? I wish that the new Zork used percentile dice instead of a 6-sided die, but I guess you can't expect people to bring percentile dice to a Yu-Gi-Oh event, right? So this is a card that can get you into new Zork, which is a searcher. So this is a searcher for a searcher. That's not awful. It'll also get you a bunch of other stuff, like Psychic Rover is a pretty good one. That's not... I want Psychic Rover. Stop! Oh my god. Stop. There we go. So yeah, you roll a die. It's a pretty good card. It's hard to get off the field. You put it on the field when it's sent to the graveyard. When you get it on the field, when it's special summoned, rather, you can roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 1 or a 6, you get to destroy 2 cards on the field. Pretty cool. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 2, 3, 4, or 5, you get to special summon it. So it makes it pretty hard. Like, it's pretty consistent at getting back onto the field, and every time it gets back on the field, it has a chance to destroy cards. Really cool card. Not great, but still cool. Once per chain per player. If either player rolls a 1 from a card effect's die roll, they can activate one of these effects, destroy up to 3 monsters their opponent controls. Wow. Destroy 1 monster their opponent controls, and if they do, negate the effects of 1 monster their opponent controls. Wow. So summon a monster from their graveyard. Which is really good for fucking Psychic Rover, because 1 is one of the numbers that you can hit that makes it so it doesn't summon back. Very funny. And that's just if it's sent to the graveyard. So if it's sent to the graveyard as, like, material for something, you can summon it back now with even more consistency. If you hit a 6, it's the only one that doesn't let you do anything. This is a really cool card for dice decks. If dice decks had an actual payoff, this card would be insane. Like, this card genuinely is really good. It's just that the cards it's meant to support aren't good enough to make it actually good. Like, but it's fucking insane. Like, it's genuinely the most insane dice card ever printed, and it's crazy. That's fucked up. I'm really excited about these cards. I wish there were some manga cards from, like, GX, 5Ds, all that, because they also have manga that have special stuff that wasn't in the anime. But I'm happy to see some more Season 0 representation, because it's my favorite. I'm pretty excited about these cards. I think this is a really cool way to do free agents, and a really cool way to do nostalgia bait cards without just having to construct an archetype from whole cloth. I think this is a really great compromise. This guy's a little scary. I just hope that I'm missing something on him or something. This guy seems fucking insane. Okay, I did a little bit of looking, and the way this is worded on Gilford the Lightning does not allow you to tribute from your opponent's side of the field. I thought it was. I hate the way they word tributing. It makes it so confusing for the cards that let you tribute your opponent's monsters to me every time I get to one of these, because I never remember. Like, if you go to, like, just to do a kaiju, right? Just get a kaiju. A real kaiju. Is tributing the monster they control. Like, you go to let's go sphere mode. Requires 3 tributes from either side of the field. So they will have, when it comes to tributing, they just say tributing instead of tributing your monsters. Whereas, like, destroying, they say destroying your monsters, right? So in this instance, the tributing, they won't say, like, tributing from your field, right? Because, like, if they specify, if you're tributing in the hand, they'll specify from your hand, right? But if they're on the field and they're your monsters, they just say tributing. That's the default tributing mechanic. It's tripped me up before. I actually, like, remember now. This has tripped me up before. So what's going on here? This is also what happens when you record at 2 a.m. after, taking your medications. What's going on here is that you're tributing your own monsters. And then this sentence here is what really tripped me up, because it says, like, if you tribute their monsters they own. What they're trying to say here is if you're tributing, like, say your opponent gave you a kaiju, or you changed of hearted a monster. Now you might be immediately thinking, okay, well, how about something like Monarch Stormforth or Belcard Soul Exchange? I mean, you might have seen I was looking at Soul Exchange earlier. That doesn't work, because Soul Exchange, both of them, there were spell card Soul Exchange, says do a tribute summon, right? Now, Soul Exchange, the original one, says target a monster your opponent controls is its turn. If you tribute a monster, you must tribute that target as if you controlled it. Now that, I think can work, because it doesn't specify doing a tribute summon. But I'm not sure it does. I've seen people say it doesn't work that way. So I don't know why Soul Exchange wouldn't work, but apparently it doesn't. But yeah, the fact that it has its own special summon condition to tribute the 3 monsters means that you can't use the Soul Exchanges to get this that effect. And if you can't get the first summon effect, you can't get the effect to send all monsters opponent controls to the graveyard. But yeah, with that in mind, this card is actually just a normal retrain of Gilford the Lightning. The original Gilford the Lightning does something similar-ish. Like if we go Gilford the Lightning. Yeah, you tribute 3 monsters to tribute summon, but not set this card. If summoned this way, destroy a monster opponent controls. This one sends instead, and has a special summons instead of tribute summoning normally. But yeah, without being Ross Fear Mode on crack, it's not that good a card. So it's a perfectly serviceable guy for some warrior decks, I assume. Maybe. Even then, it's probably not great. All right. Thanks for watching for real. Thanks for watching to the end and not commenting before you got to this section. Did you fail the test? Let's see. Let's see. Did you fail the test? Let's find out. All right. Thanks for watching. Actually, I'll cut this into the episode, so it's even less of an opportunity for you to have that issue, let's say. I'll cut it into the part where I was talking about how crazy this is. Am I missing something? Right? I was saying, am I missing something? And I'll cut it in after that. And you've already noticed this. So, bye. Watch the rest of the video. Bye. But other than that, I like these a lot. So, yeah, I think I'm done with these. Let me know what you think of all these cards down below. What are you doing with the Barrel Dragon? Are you making a Dark Machine deck? Are you making a cool engine, small engine with Barrel Dragon and Desperado Dragon? What are you doing with Relinquished? Are you playing it in your ritual deck of choice? Are you making a new ritual deck to support it? What are you doing with Gilford? Attributing your opponent's monsters, apparently. This card is fucking insane again. Please tell me I'm missing something. Please, please tell me I'm missing something about this card. Penalty Game Greed. Can you find a way to make this card actually worth playing? Zombira. What cool cubes are you building with this card? The Earth Dragon and Metal Dragon. I really think you should wait for the other 2 or 3 Evil Dragon cards. I think it's 3 to be released before you make it. Because like this is just like half of what the cards are doing. But even then, I think this like the way that they're constructed, I don't think are going to be good. But they could be interesting, like extenders in other decks maybe. But the fact that you need 3 monsters in hand is a little rough of the same attribute. It's a little rough. And then Super Critical. I mean, like, can you make something happen? Like, Super Critical is such a fucking strong card. Can you make something happen with this card with the for the dice deck, or just like a dice engine? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites and find my other YouTube channels and Twitch channel by checking out my website in the description below for all those links. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too can find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity, among other benefits. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Beastsman, Beelzis, Fleakill, Fire Mizumi, Golden Nova, Haru Hayes, Squish, and the almighty Ferret Lord. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye!